Greetings, Kentucky. Kentucky is among the top 8 with point guard Talon Kenny, the top-ranked 2026 prospect. Will he land on the Wildcats team? What would your bet be? Let's get to the news now. The college basketball scene is once again heated with the news that the Kentucky Wildcats are among the 8 finalists to receive Talon Kenny. It's one of the biggest talents in the class of 2026. The revelation was made by the player himself on his Instagram account and brought renewed hope to Kentucky fans, who see this young point guard as a potential game-changer for the program's future. Kinney, a native of Newport, Kentucky, is a name that already carries significant weight within the youth basketball scene. Not only has he emerged as the top point guard recruit in his class, but he's also racked up impressive numbers in the Overtime Elite Oat League in Atlanta, targeting players between the ages of 16 and 20. During the 2024-25 season, he demonstrated versatility and maturity, finishing among the top 10 in points 20.1 per game, assists 5, and steals 2.3. These numbers, combined with his leadership skills and vision, reinforce the idea that this is a unique prospect. Kentucky's interest in Kinney dates back to the previous administration of John Calipari, whose reputation as a recruiting mogul helped pave the way for attracting elite talent. However, it's impossible to ignore the positive impact Mark Pope has had since taking over the Wildcats. His approachable and genuine demeanor seems to have resonated with Kinney and his family, as highlighted by Wildcat Select 3 SSB coach Andrew Mitchell. "When you build these relationships, make them genuine," Mitchell said. "Make it feel like a brotherhood, like a fatherhood." This kind of approach, apparently adopted by Kentucky's new coaching staff, could be a crucial differentiator in the race for Kinney. Besides Kentucky, 7 other renowned institutions make up the list of finalists: Louisville, Arkansas, Indiana, Kansas, Miami, Oregon, and Texas. Each offers distinct appeal. But there's something undeniably special about Kinney's connection to the state of Kentucky. After all, he was born and raised in Newport, and UK represents much more than just an academic or athletic choice. It's a return to his roots, an opportunity to shine at home. The official visits he's taken so far, including those to Kentucky and rival Louisville, have proven crucial for Kinney to get a feel for each program and assess where he sees his ideal development. With Pope, Kentucky not only seeks to maintain its tradition of excellence in college basketball, but also to reinvent itself, adapting to new generations of players. Kinney's presence on the roster could be the turning point for an even more promising era. Imagine a point guard with Kinney's creativity and tenacity orchestrating the Wildcats' offense, guiding quick transitions and distributing the ball with surgical precision. It's a prospect that makes fans' hearts race with anticipation. Another interesting aspect of this story is how Kinney navigates his career. Despite being a rising star, he maintains a reserved and humble demeanor, preferring to let his game speak for itself. During the Queen City clash in April, he kept his words himself, allowing his coach to speak about his strengths. This reflects an unusual maturity for someone his age and suggests that, in addition to talent, he brings with him a work ethic and a team-oriented mentality, traits that align perfectly with Pope's philosophy. Kinney's decision is expected to be announced before the start of his next season at OTE, scheduled for this fall. Until then, the next chapters of this story will be written during his official visits to the other 5 finalists. It will be a period of intense speculation and analysis, but one thing is certain: the Kentucky Wildcats are well positioned in this race thanks to the program's legacy of excellence and Mark Pope's modern, authentic touch. Talon Kenny's arrival would represent not only the continuation of a winning tradition, but also the beginning of a new chapter, marked by youth, energy, and a sense of belonging. Do you think Kinney fits this team? Mark Pope's search for elite talent for the 2026 class has been a painstaking, but not always rewarding, process. One example is Kaden Samuels, a five-star point guard who, despite receiving an offer from Kentucky after a phenomenal performance at the NBPA Top 100 camp, will likely not visit Lexington. Samuels, who drew national attention with impressive numbers during camp, averaging 26.4 points and 9.8 rebounds per game, as well as remarkable shooting efficiency, 54.2% overall and 37.1% on three-point attempts, seemed like a natural target for the Wildcats. His combination of offensive skill, versatility, and robust physique makes him one of the most coveted prospects in the 2026 class. However, the news that he is expected to skip Lexington raises questions about the nuances of modern recruiting and how certain factors can influence players' decisions. Samuel's mother's statement to KSR Plus on August 25th was direct and threw cold water on the plans. "I don't think we'll be visiting there." Although she didn't elaborate on the reasons for this decision, it speculated that factors such as geographic proximity, personal preferences, or the perceived fit within the program may be weighing in. It's worth remembering that, in recruiting, the prestige of an institution like Kentucky isn't always enough to attract a player. Each athlete has their own priorities, ranging from family considerations to the career vision each program offers. Despite this setback, Kentucky remains steadfast in its strategy of building a solid 2026 recruiting class. Samuels is just one of 21 prospects who received offers from the program this cycle. Mark Pope's approach has been noted for its authenticity and genuine connection with players and their families. This style contrasts, in some ways, with the more traditional and intense approach that marked the John Calipari era. Pope seems to understand that, in a competitive landscape like the current one, where programs across the country are vying for the same talent, building genuine relationships can make all the difference. Even with Samuel's likely absence from Lexington, Kentucky remains well-positioned in other areas. The interest of Talon Kenny, another standout in the 2026 class, is a clear example of how the program still exerts a unique magnetism in the college basketball scene. Furthermore, Pope's philosophy of prioritizing adaptability and individual development has attracted promising attention from other prospects. It's important to emphasize that recruiting is a game of probabilities, and not all desired pieces fit into the puzzle. In Samuel's case, his decision not to visit Lexington may reflect personal choices or even a preference for other programs that better meet his expectations. However, this doesn't diminish Kentucky's potential to remain a dominant force in recruiting. And in college basketball, where dynamics change rapidly, you never know when a new star will emerge from this program. Leave your opinion